I had a couple of things I wanted to buy and
Eatable
Amazon
underwear.
stuff. No, fuck that shit, dude. I don't wear underwear. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, the eatable underwear is not for you.
Dude. Mm-mm. That's trashy. You wanna really sit there and have a girl sweating in edible underwear? Dude, that's just you can have fun with that.
Well, usually they put them on, and then within 5 minutes you're already there, and no sweat's allowed to build up.
Unless you got gas.
Now if you wanted to build up, you get the bacon flavored panties.
Dude, I can definitely tell you're from the fucking South just because you said bacon. Oh, bacon.
Bacon. You see, you eat the eatable bacon underwear, and then you make her squeal like bacon too. Wee, wee, wee.
Pop it. Popping it now.
Go ahead. We don't run on that fucking 2 count, dude.
Behind you, Zero. Behind you, Zero.
Yeah. Oh, damn. I don't know what else did he hit me with. Yeah, I tried to turn around for a little real quick. Oh, he hit me with that bleed. He ran that bleed, Ridgeway bleed.
Oh, like when I'm running?
Yep.
Okay, I'm coming.
Oh, I got heals for days.
There you go.
I'm telling you, man. Heals for days. Heals for days. Yep. Oh, you ran the wrong way, EJ.
No, I had to go hit this guy.
Oh, good stuff, Kyle.
One more.
I got him bleeding, he's blind.
Because I don't bring out my fucking shield right away, stupid.
If you want to push on out.
Nope, I want them to come through. They're coming through the side.
Left side.
Damn, mate, you didn't last that long. He didn't last that long. Oh, hold on, man. It hurt too much, man?
Motherfuckers. Keep coming at me.
You like that, don't you? Hey, Zero.
Now?
Two down.
Push.
Yep.
I got y'all. Walking y'all up.
Caught him right in.
Off running.
The fucker.
Right in front of him.
Damn.
They got him.
I'm right here.
Somebody from LTC, new person. He's running glass. Six seconds. I'm gonna come out of Echo. There's a box right outside of Echo. Stay alive, guys. We're gonna regroup. I'm gonna get it off.
Yeah, they don't like this, do they?
No, they don't.
They're like, I don't understand how he's hitting so hard. Blah, blah, blah.
Like, well,
He's talking about relentless too. It's like he's all yellow. He's hitting too.
It's called capacitors.
Idiots, man.
And plus, I get damage too from galvanized.
right.
Can you deal with that?
I don't see how I fucking missed him.
Just go outside, man. Just go and be like basura, man. Call him garbage.
I'm sitting there trying to, dude. What is up, Gorilla Nation, and welcome your asses back to a brand new edition and a brand new episode of Division 2 Build Guides. But before we hop into today's specifics on this build, be sure to smack that sub button, ground and pound that like button if you happen to be new to the channel, and don't forget to reach up there, trigger the bell, and turn on post notifications, so that way you never miss an upload or a live stream. And yes, I came back and I had to go back into the hospital for yet another surgery, a little mini vacation, so to speak, to finalize some things there. But, you know, I'm slowly still trying to work my way back. Thus, you know, you've seen several videos and then a break, so I do apologize for that. But I did have enough time to goof off, play around with my friends in the Dark Zone as usual, and all our shenanigans. And I was utilizing this build, and it is my preferred method of when it comes to running a healer build. Now, there's different variations and different healer builds out there, and you can go with practically any of them, because any decent healer build is going to get the job done. This is just my take on it, and it's something new. Well, not really new, but it's something different than the per use and the per usual that everybody out there is using. But you can, you know, make it your own, adjust it accordingly to fit yours and your team's needs. So as you've seen in the gameplay, I was running bombs down to my homeboy EJ that's in the clan. Yes, we're in the same clan, just different vintage. And it was a 3v1 situation. And I was just raining Hail Marys on there. Easy peasy to take him out. At least I had a visual on him so I could, you know, hit them with that chem. And then, you know, I got a little cocky and I was trying to just, you know, back in the guy, kind of give him a little Stockton slap there, and end up dying myself. But eventually, you know, 4v1 situation with this build, easy peasy. And there are multitudes of different videos on the channel, as well as just me and two other people taking on a whole server, getting like manhunt 40 and 50, and me just being a healer build and them being you know, the actual DPS. So let's hop into the specifics. Now, I am utilizing the specialist here, the technician, because, you know, you get that +1 skill tier. I'm utilizing, of course, the Hive and a chem launcher, the staple of it. The guns are different variations in which, you know, you can choose and, you know, mix and match on what you want to do. But if I want a little extra heal, I can take pop shots from enemies from behind, and as you can see, headshots grant plus 30% skill tier and repairs for those 15 seconds. Now the other one is a capacitor. Now, most people are like, capacitor, why would you be using that? Because you're building stacks to more or less for damage skills, and I'm using, you know, healing skills. Well, it's not more or less the first. Shooting enemies builds stacks to a cap at 40. Each stack grants 1.5 skill damage, which is, like I just said, I'm not using skill damage, but I'm looking at the latter part of there for weapon damage. So at least in that area right there, I'm able to gain a little bit extra weapon damage by me being consistently a 5 yellow build with only 1 armor. So at least I can get some damage in on that right there. Now the talents I'm utilizing, of course, in the chest piece is the empathetic resolve. Woman, I can see you. You're standing right in front of me. I know you love my eyes. You was telling me that all last night, but please, can I get through this build video? I mean, girl, hounded on me. I must have gave it to you too good last night. Apologies, folks. Apologies. Let's hop back into it. Empathetic resolve. Repairing an ally increases their total weapon and skill damage by 3 to 15% for 20 seconds and 1 to 7% self. Now that also gives me that, once again, that little extra damage, even though it's minuscule in comparison to all the other builds out there. They're either hybrids or just straight DPS builds, but at least I am able to generate some kind of damage and also have these super heals but not having any reds whatsoever. Now the second one, in my opinion, is more or less a staple when it comes to a healer build, because you're sitting in the back, so you're not going to be taking that much damage unless you're pushed or stray bullet here or there. But it's so easy to be at full armor, and that's utilizing safeguard. While at full armor, increase total skill repair by 100%. In my opinion, and it's absolute staple. Now the other two pieces, and this is what I see in the dark zone and I get laughed at. Look, this dude's only using 2 pieces of future initiative. Well, those 2 pieces do give me 30% repair skills. I don't necessarily need the skill haste here or the skill duration, and since I'm not utilizing the 4 pieces, which increases you and your allies' total weapon and skill damage by 15% when at full armor, which is I'm giving them more damage by utilizing empathetic resolve. And the second part, when you repair an ally, you and all allies within 5 meters of you are also repaired for 60 seconds of that 60% of that amount. Well, generally, since everybody's pushing a lot more predominantly, with the whole adrenaline rush, intimidate, the whole shield, bot builds, and cut and paste that you got going out there, you don't necessarily want to be in the mix. You kind of do want to sit back. Let's say if your group is like in a horseshoe formation, so that way you're covered on your flanks. And in front of you just got to worry about more or less from behind, and of course the NPCs, but you're more or less going to be predominantly sitting in the back. So I think that is why I'm just using a 2-piece, in my opinion, than running a full 4-piece. All these are, I would say, mediocre stats. When it comes to the repair skills, and of course, I got the repair skills of the mod slots. But you can see none of my skill haste or repair skills and any of my attributes are fully maxed out, and I have a super low watch score of only 495, and you see how effective the build actually is without having maxed out. I'm trying, and I do emphasize this, trying to get the time to min-max this build, and I fully max it out, and then there can be some tweaks that can be made to maybe even drop a skill tier. And even go a little extra more tankier, but as it is right now, it's great, but it can be even more OP once I get everything up to date. And most people are like, he's wearing BTSU gloves. What in the hell? He must be crazy. This is not any kind of damage skill build that you want to actually use BTS gloves on. Well, some would think that, others would not. But let's run into the talents of the BTSU gloves, and let's explain and go from there. Transference Overclock grants 15% high skill haste per skill tier, that is great because that is actually more than the third piece, I should say, of the future initiative, because that's 15% per skill tier, and since I'm at 6, that's 90% or more skill haste. Detonating a hive refreshes your skill cooldowns and grants overcharge for 15 seconds. If at skill tier 6, this effect also applies to all allies. Well, right before I'm disrupted, or let's say I'm down to my last couple of charges on my hive, I can pop it, and you can see what I can get, the benefits I can get from an extra super chem heal. And then, of course, get the extra charge immediately with a refreshed, or if I happen to, one straight outside of your hive, and you have to hit him with a chem, you can instantly get it back, and vice versa. I mean, it's just so many extra benefits versus the downside of negatives as far as using something that may be better, in this particular slot. And this is also, allies receiving this effect are unable to benefit from for 120 seconds, which is, one would say that's a long time, but yet you never really ever notice it. And of course, I went with a 2-piece Murakami, which gives you 20% skill duration, 20% skill repairs, and that's my only blue. And 1-piece Alp Summit gives you 20% skill repairs on it. So between 20 here and then these two pieces, that's another 20, that's 40, and then of course you get the 30 from here, that's 70. And then just out of those 70 there, and then you got to count in all the skill repairs as far as in the mod slots and then the attributes. I mean, we're well at like almost 200% skill repair, and that's not counting a safeguard, puts it at 300%. And sometimes I've been trying to fool around with even not even putting in repair skills as far as in the mod slot, but more or less incoming repairs. As far as a mod instead of repair skills, just for the simple aspect of the repair skills is more or less a benefit to everybody else, versus incoming repairs is to me and myself and will increase my effectiveness, because anybody that runs a heal build, you'll notice that when you hit your teammates with a heal, they're instantly full, but it takes you, that little extra second in order for actually, to do that for you. So they are getting more bang for their buck. So you can kind of play around with that and actually get it to where it's instant, just like it is when you heal your teammates. This, like I said, nothing new. This is just my preferred way. I'm pretty sure everybody has their opinion as far as what's the best absolute way when it comes to, either running the 4 pieces, running, some of the new gear sets that came out, or just going along with the oldie, like Goldie, Alps, Murakami, and, sprinkling any of these other talents here and there. It just depends on your personal preference. And of course, this is actually, mine. And like I said, it's my preferred method when it comes to running a healer build, because you can see I do have survivability. I'm getting talked trashed on because they don't see how I'm doing any kind of damage with me being all yellows. But yet you can see, I guess they were Brazilian or Mexican or whatever the foreign language they were speaking, but we actually had someone that knew, how to speak it ourselves and can interpret. And they were surprised that I was actually hitting as hard as I was for this particular build. But I just want to throw this out there to you guys. I appreciate all the love and support. I'm trying to claw my way back into the game and get the time to get out there and live stream more, bring you more PvP clips. And as far as when it comes to builds, I haven't really put out that many, just because it's just regurgitation of the same builds with different thumbnails and switching out 1 or 2 things here and there, which is you've already done that, a month or 2 ago. And I don't see the hypocrisy. I do see the hypocrisy that's in it, and you see all these other content creators throwing build after build, at least 1 or 2 a week, and it's the same builds that they put out a month ago, and they're just changing the thumbnail and sprinkling in some kind of clickbait titles on there. And I don't feel that is a service to my community. I think that is a disservice to the community, because you're pretty much just throwing something out there for them to watch, because build videos do get more views. You don't really have any gameplay to go on, so you throw that out there. And I understand the hustle, but I mean, let's be honest. I mean, you've already given it to the people. It's nothing new. You showed it to them time and time again, and they're not benefiting anything from it, because I mean, they can go back and watch the first one, and it is what it is. I just won't put anything out there that I've already put out, and if I think it's something different, I'm gonna try something new, something fresh, and I'm gonna throw it out there. But yeah, a lot of these have had a lot more time to put on these other builds that I have not even yet made, because I took almost a year off from the game. But I do appreciate all your love and support. Follow me on Twitter at RelentlessXRG if you so choose to. I do a lot of daily shenanigans and quotes, and just keeping up with other games as well. And if you're not into Division 2 right now, what games are you playing? Do you like the new Outriders demo that came out? I have yet to try that out as well. Just let me know in the comments. You can comment anything you want to. I mean, call me a bot, say I'm a scrub. Hey, I know this. It's nothing new. Believe me, I try to convince myself I'm not a bot each and every day in the mirror. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Love ya. We'll see you fudging later.